Okay, we're going to take a break from the Football Club History series and go over to the NRL because news has leaked out of South Sydney about the head coach Jason Demetriou and his position. It looks like that regardless of what happens against the Cronulla Sharks, that he's going to be sacked before too long and replaced by Mal Meninga. That's the rumour mill. I don't normally do rumour mill videos, but the amount of leaks coming out of South Sydney in regards to what's happening, and there's been a lot of rumours circulating about Jason Demetriou's position over the last 2 or 3 weeks. I did a video yesterday looking at their poor start to this season, where they've won 1 game in 5. They got the worst defensive record in the league and a pretty shocking attack stats, which just they're not scoring enough points. And the whole Latrell Mitchell situation. So let's have a little look at this. It's likely to be a temporary appointment. And yes, Mal Meninga has had great success with Queensland and now Australia with a stupid win percentage, where he's got like the biggest win percentage of an Australian coach of all time. But head coaching wise at a club, which is completely different to representative rugby league, his stint at the Canberra Raiders was an absolute disaster, and as a Raiders fan, he wasn't very good, let's be honest. They lost more than they won. And how does this undermine Jason Demetriou's position as head coach at the Bunnies? Signs of panic for me. The amount of leaks coming out of that club in regards to player meetings, the divided dressing room, the issues they had at the end of last season, when Johnny Morris and Sam Burgess as assistants left in their exit interviews and what they brought up in their exit interviews, the divided dressing room. Now, he is still currently the Australian head coach, is Mal Meninga, and of course he has Fox League commitments as well on the TV, so he has his media commitments. If he takes this job full time, he would have to drop his media commitments, and how does that impact his head coaching role with the Kangaroos? I know obviously Michael Maguire did obviously coach the New Zealand national side and the West Tigers and juggled it reasonably well. But I mean, this doesn't look good for Jason Demetriou with the leaks that are coming out of this football club and the issues that they have. I can't see this working because if you look at Mal Meninga's time at Queensland and with Australia, he got to pick the best informed players. None of the players at the Bunnies are playing well right now. I mean, you could argue Jack Whiten's had a decent couple of games, obviously, at left centre with his numbers, but he hasn't played a lot. There's issues with injuries and players really struggling. We know Damien Cook's been dropped from the starting 17 to 18th man, so they've got issues in the spine. Latrell Mitchell's now suspended for 3 games following the game against the Warriors. Where do we go from here? I mean, I don't normally do rumour videos. I don't like to do speculative videos, but with what's coming out, with the amount of leaks coming out of the South Sydney Rabbitohs, it looks very, very likely that whatever happens against the Sharks, Jason Demetriou is sacked. He's going to lose his job. The players have stopped playing for him. Is this player power at play? Basically have the players just down tools? How divided is that dressing room? Did Jason Demetriou get things right in regards to Cody Walker and Latrell Mitchell? Have they had too much sway on the decision making at board level with Blake Solly and others on the board? Has Russell Crowe got involved with this as one of the co-owners of the club? We'll see what happens, but it's looking very, very likely that Jason Demetriou is out and Mal Meninga is going to come in at least in an interim capacity. He might even get it full time. We don't know. What does that mean for Australia? What does that obviously mean for his media commitments as well? We shall wait and see. But there we go. This is what's rumoured to be happening at the South Sydney Rabbitohs. We'll see what happens at the Cronulla game. We'll see if Jason Demetriou even just quits. There is a payout clause in his contract. They only signed a contract extension with him at the end of last season for 3 years. He does have a payout clause in his contract. This season is unravelling very, very quickly for the Bunnies. So there we go. That's what we know so far, is that it's rumoured to be Mal Meninga coming in and Jason Demetriou on the way out. South Sydney are going to have to pay him out with his get-out clause for the rest of this season at least, so he's going to get a payout, but this club is falling apart very, very quickly. And of course the South Sydney fans have got used to winning a lot and making the finals and being a top 8 side, and of course they won the grand final in 2014. They've been to another grand final since then. Admittedly, Wayne Bennett was coach, But last season, the wheels did fall off in the second half of the season, and so far this season, they have been nothing short of a basket case of a club. So there we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see if, even if they win, if Jason Demetriou keeps his job, and if Mal Meninga is actually appointed. There are some other coaches on their shortlist they want to get in on a full-time basis from next season. But there we go. Place your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll have some more content for you guys very, very soon.